Hello everyone, welcome back to my debt payoff video. So this will be my first large chunk of a payment towards our debt, and I have a lot to update you guys on. If you did not get a chance to watch my We're in Debt YouTube video, go ahead and watch that to catch up. Actually, have added a few things to debt since our last conversation, my last YouTube video. It has just been a rough couple of months. So let me update you guys. This total is void. We've actually added on to our debt total. So I'm going to be giving you guys that new number. So my husband woke up to water all over our kitchen floor. He had no idea what it was. He didn't know if it was from our crawl space pump and water. It had been thunderstorming for several weeks. So we didn't know if maybe the crawl space French drain had gotten clogged and maybe the water levels were rising or what was going on. So we had a plumber come out and take a look at what was happening, and they discovered that our dishwasher was actually leaking into our floor. So it's something that we weren't able to see visibly. They had to take apart the dishwasher and show us the leak inside of the dishwasher that was dripping down into our floor, and that's what caused the flood. Then we found out that the knob that you turn to turn off the water to the dishwasher was completely broken, did not work at all. So we weren't able to turn off the water once we realized that the dishwasher was the problem and that's what was leaking. So the plumber had to replace that for us. And all in all, the plumber cost $411.08, and that was added on to this debt here. It was an unexpected expense. We do have $1,000 on our emergency fund. If you watched my last video, you know though that we pretty much drained all of our emergency fund to put towards our debt. And so I didn't want to right off the bat use $400 of that $1,000 and basically leave us with a $600 emergency fund. I said, you know what? Let me just add it to this and we're just going to keep stepping. That wasn't the only thing though. We also had to pay $99 deposit for the dishwasher company to come out and take a look at the dishwasher. That was just to schedule the appointment. It's going to cost more for them to actually fix the dishwasher. So we don't know yet what that total cost will be. We also went out and bought a dehumidifier for the kitchen to help pull the water up from the ground. And that was around it was about $329. Yes, $329 is what we paid for that. So the $329 for the dehumidifier and the $99 to schedule the appointment with the dishwasher people, I put on a separate credit card and I've already paid that off. So that was I kept that separate from here and then went ahead and paid that off this pay period with additional income that we earned from my small business as well as my husband's paycheck. Let's go ahead and update this total now is $9,094.03. Now each one of these boxes is worth $90.94. I'm just going to round up to $91. So each time we color in one of these, that means we paid $91 towards our debt. Okay, now let's break down how much we're paying off today of this $9,094. Okay, so $1,766 we took from our online emergency fund. $2,060 was taken from our cash emergency fund, which was my JAWS 5K challenge. I was saving 5K in 12 months. This is how far I got before I drained it to put towards our debt. So $2,060 came from that. I transferred $5.24 from one of my online savings vaults that had a little bit extra in it. It was just left over from that vault that I didn't need. So I went ahead and transferred that into my debt payment vault on SoFi. Last pay period, we had $113.82 that we were able to save from our paychecks. That's after bills were paid, after all of our other savings goals were saved for. That's what we had left over. This pay period, we're putting $437.94 of extra income towards debt. Our dog was neutered this week, and I had been saving in a sinking fund for his neuter, and we paid for that already, and it was $70 less than I had saved for. So that additional $70 went from our sinking fund for his surgery to our debt payment sinking funds. And then lastly, today is August 1st. So on the 1st of every month, all of my sinking funds that are in my SoFi account earn 4.5% APY, which is the interest. So this month they earned $4.06. Sorry, I got confused. $4.06 is what this specific sinking fund earned. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, SoFi is an online savings account where you can have up to 20 different savings accounts that you can label whatever you want. I have one labeled for car maintenance, one labeled for my health sinking fund, and all of these different sinking funds. I went ahead and made a Capital One sinking fund where I'm putting all of our leftover money, every single penny that I can, into that sinking fund so that I can pay just one large chunk towards our debt. So each of the 20 sinking funds earns interest. So it depends on how much you have in that sinking fund at the time. But this particular sinking fund I was able to earn $4.06 from this specific sinking fund. I think all in all, I earned $30 for all of my sinking funds combined in interest. But like I said, for this one, it was $4.06. All in all, today's debt payment is going to be $4,457.06. So let's go ahead and make our debt payment. Our new debt balance on this credit card will be $4,636.97. And then, of course, there will be interest added onto that credit card, I think on the 8th of August. So that balance will go up, unfortunately, but that's what we're working with. $4,636.97 will be the new balance. I think up here, I'm going to put 8/1/24. $4,636.97. So how you color this in is you take your total that you're going to pay. So $4,457 divided by 100. That means I can color in 44.5 blocks. So I'll just color in 44. That is it. So we're over 40% done paying off this credit card. I'm very excited. I know that the second half is going to take probably longer, but I'm still very grateful that we were able to make this huge chunk payment because it's just going to take a lot of pressure off of me because this balance being $9,000 is just very overwhelming. So I'm very grateful. I cannot wait to pay this credit card off. I'm going to be hustling to get it done, get it over with. I would love to pay it off by the end of the year. I don't know how realistic that is. My income is very much up and down as a small business owner, but my husband, I know normally he makes a good chunk extra during the holidays because he works for the Postal Service and they do get a little bit of extra pay for delivering all of those Christmas presents basically from Amazon. So I know that if we get additional income at the end of the year, more than likely it's going to go towards the credit card if we haven't paid it off yet. So we'll just see how things go. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated and let you know where all the money is coming from, how we're making it work, how we're paying off this debt. I'm so grateful for all of you for being here and following along on my journey. I just really appreciate having the support. I know that having debt can feel very embarrassing, shameful, all of those negative feelings, but there is community and support here and you're not alone. We all go through hard times and this is just one of those difficult years for us that honestly, it required us to use debt. I mean, there was no way around us not using debt for these problems. And we're doing our best, and we're going to continue to try hard to save money after we pay this off. And we're just going to go with it as it comes. We'll just see how things go. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.